got a nice little blend of the flavors. That's what I'm looking for. This guy right here, that's perfect. That's impeccable. You see. This right here. And leave that there. That right there can stay right there. How about that? There we go. Now we got it. All right. So I'm gonna cut everything that happened up until this point. We're gonna eat some wings. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's wing time. Look at the wings. We're gonna eat them. I'm just starving, dude. I hadn't eaten anything all day. This is my first meal of the day. Rocking in the free world, Andrew Vallish. How you doing, dog? We about to house on these wings right here. Yup. You know what? Do I have another? I have a short cable right here I could use. Let's try something here. We're going to try to F around with some angles here. Merry Christmas, Ballish. Leave my phone over there. Oh, we're clicking things. We're clicking things, guys. And let's crank this old fella up and get a different angle. Dude, these wings are, I can, like this, there's steel steam coming off of these wings. Chicken really holds heat well. A sentence one doesn't often get to say. Got some napkins over here. We're going to see how long it takes for this old guy to wake up. I'm going to get, I want to get this, this other phone plugged in. This one that I really never use. I had my initial phone was that iPhone 7 that's right here that I'm using to stream with. But all I use it for now is to literally stream, I would record my sets with it so that I wouldn't be without my actual phone. which is a 10. The iPhone 10. But I don't want to. I've got an iPhone SE that I actually got for like $100 forever ago that I used to stream all of my Twitch shows on. So anytime you saw me Twitch streaming a show, I was always streaming from this guy, which it's been literally sitting inside of my computer for I don't know how long collecting dust. Okay, so yeah, I had made a big bad mistake. That's what I was saying when the microphone was off. Was like, oh God, oh no, oh my God, no, I lost all of it. Help, please. Lost everything. Lost everything. Oh my God, I have lost everything. Please help me, for I have lost everything. But then I waited a second and reloaded the page, and it got all 25 minutes of what I streamed. So it got most of the shit. Oh my God, I have lost everything. But yeah, it got most of the stuff. Most of the stuff. I should plug this thing into an actual charger. For a minute and let it recover that way. I don't want to touch the wings and get like wing sauce on my hands, because okay, it just woke up. I'll give it a second. That's a really tiny iPhone, so it doesn't take long for this thing to boot and load OBS. Burp. Burp. Are we all doing well? Everyone? Is everyone doing well here on this fine Christmas morning? Merry Christmas morning. Holy shit. Oh, wait. Okay, when I opened it, it said 46%, but now it's back to saying 3%. So, OBS camera. Yes, trust this computer. Bam, bam. OBS camera. Did it really just die doing that? No way. All right, well, I guess it's just not meant to be. I guess it's just not meant to be. I was going to give you guys like a really nice like angle of the wings as I'm eating them, which I guess I could just use my other phone for it, but I didn't really want to. But why not? What else am I doing with it, literally? Now this phone just powered up, and it's saying 38%. Now it's saying 4%. We'll turn the brightness down a good bit to where we can still see everything. Turn this thing on low power mode as well. Now let's see if it works. Okay, now let me see here what I can do. Let's refresh the devices. Let's see what this brings up here. It's working. Refresh devices. Blam. Okay. Actually, let me just get rid of this. Remove. Yes, remove that. Let's add iOS camera. Yeah, sure. iOS camera 3. Why not? And then let's go with this one. Okay. Transform. Fit to screen. See how dusty my keyboard is? There we go. How's that? Does that work? That kind of counts, right? If I move this, this is the best way to... There we go. I got a little wing plate over here, a little bone plate. All right. I know. Okay, yeah, you're right. That should fix the reverb. That should fix the reverb. There we go. How's that? Fine? Is that fine? Yeah, I fixed it. Don't worry, I fixed it. I didn't think I needed to fix it because I had everything loaded from the last time. But for some reason that input wasn't working. Like the original input wasn't working. So, all right. Now we're about to chill on these wings. I'm going to go for that one first. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, dude, look at that. Isn't that nice? Man, so good. We're crushing them. Man, this is one of the better Christmas dinners I've had in a while. Honestly, the Kiko Mom was good. That's what this is. And it's good. But the Clover Valley sauce is really good, too. Like, it's like surprisingly good for it being like a cheap Dollar Tree or Dollar General brand. Yeah, buddy. Clover Valley bread is trash. But Dollar General is the closest type grocery type store we have near me. So I end up going there more than I ever did in my life. Because that's literally like next to my house. Rather than a little bit of a drive like HEB is. Couldn't get the bone to come out good. Yeah. I mean, most things at Dollar General are really cheap. And they're all right. I mean, I don't mind it. Yeah. That's what we wanted. The cool thing about Dollar General is that they have things like the name brand products that they sell them for cheaper than you can get them at Walmart. Like when I went to get Band-Aids for my back, I got Band-Aid brand, like extra large bandages, and they were like almost $1 cheaper at Dollar General. Maybe that's why they call it that. Yep. I'll eat the gristle too. On most of them. Some of them I don't. These are just so good, man. No hot sauce, just teriyaki. And I hit them with ground black pepper beforehand. And yeah. So I get a little flavor of that every now and again. Like a little spice from a hard chunk of the pepper. Which is nice. The next bite I took after I said that, I got a nice little chunk of it. It was very good. Just teriyaki. I used a bottle of Kikkoman teriyaki based in glaze. And then From there, took them to the grill and charred up the teriyaki sauce on them a little bit. Man, teriyaki is one of those flavors that's like, it's really like savory but sweet and like thick, and it the word Netflix Bandit uses is it tacks up nicely. It's like a tacky kind of thing. It like tacks up nicely. And it's good for many things. Like, it's not just good on it's not just good on chicken, but also like it's great on salmon. Like teriyaki salmon is good. Teriyaki meat, like beef, teriyaki and beef, that's really good. Really underutilized sauce in the game. What up, Eric? We just out here showing these people how we eat wings. The teriyaki bowl at Jack in the Box is better than it should be. And there might have been a time when I would call it good, but it's better than it should be. The egg rolls at Jack in the Box are incredible. Like, the egg rolls and the mini churros are stupid good. There's nothing to be jealous of, dude. Like, the burgers are very mid. All the sandwiches are very mid. Only thing they have that's better than everything else is the egg rolls and the churros. That's it. Like, the burgers are mid. The fries are okay if you get like curly fries, because they offer several different types of potatoes. But Jack in the Box is one of the only places where you can go and get like a cheeseburger, egg rolls, churros, a teriyaki bowl. But it's nothing to be jealous of for sure. Like, You should be jealous of things like P. Terry's is something worth being jealous over. Because P. Terry's is incredible. Cookout in South Carolina is pretty ridiculous too. I don't even know. Red Band was saying something about the boba the other day. But I didn't know they did that. And I don't know, man. I prefer ranch. But I'm just going, I'm eating these regular, dude. They're just so good. I mean, look at that. There's so much flavor packed into that. You know what I mean? Look at all the flavor that's packed into that. And that's in just the skin. Look at that. I like regular ranch. And I like Ken's Steakhouse buttermilk ranch. Ken's Steakhouse is great. I don't mind Chick-fil-A. But Chick-fil-A's best thing is the Polynesian sauce. That's the best thing Chick-fil-A has to offer, in my opinion. Their chicken is great. Chicken sandwiches are great, but Chick-fil-A's Polynesian sauce, top tier condiment. Five Guys, if you like a lot of shit on your burger, it's worth it. Because they don't charge extra for shit, except for bacon. They charge extra for bacon, but every other thing you get, like if you get grilled onions or grilled mushrooms, it's the same price. So if you go in and you get you a double, or they don't call it a double, they just call it a, because everything is a double at Five Guys, I think. Their little cheeseburger is a single. But if you get that with bacon, cheese, grilled onions, grilled mushrooms, A1 sauce, mayonnaise. I've never had Popeye's wings. That makes Five Guys worth it. I gotta say, it's been a pretty nice night of streaming. I'm gonna be going live again tomorrow night. Virtual Red Band. I don't think there's a Five Guys in Manor. I think the closest one is in Austin. Hell, maybe Pflugerville. That little nugget got burnt. Mm. Yes. I do have a wing eating technique. I don't always follow it, but a wing like this, I'm going to go in between my cheek and my teeth, and I'm going to bite down and remove a big chunk of the meat. Then I will rotate it and remove the other side like so. Mm-hmm. But what I didn't tell you is how I push the bottom meat up the bone into my mouth as well. That sounds really bad. Somebody's going to make a clip of this. Got a bump right there that's been bothering me. But yeah, I'll just take the bite, twist, then push with my thumb. Most of the time I eat the gristle. Sometimes I don't. Depends on how easily it comes apart. Now flats. Here's one. Flats. I'll take and I'll like squeeze real hard before I bite it. I'll squeeze it hard as shit and kind of separate the two bones from each other. Then I'll put the whole thing in and just pull that bone out. Like, and then pull the other one out. Sometimes you can get lucky and pull both bones out at once. I'll go with the other side. And you can get the one bone that's in there. The remaining bone. And push that out. I won't mind doing a cooking show. I need a better setup because I don't know how the phones do. How did it do recording with the phone? Mumford would kill co-hosting and trying food. I need to find a better way to streamline it. Yeah, we'll call it something better not be burning. I want this one. It's been hanging out in the bottom in that teriyaki for a minute. See that? That one had a lot of char. This one too. I like to do something like that with my homie David. Netflix. Bro, I'm gonna have to like wash my whole shit after this. Yeah, dude. Everybody asks drums or flats. I like both. I would say as a young man, I would take drums all day, but now I'm more partial to flats, I think. See, the meat didn't come off of the bone the way I like it to with that wing, so I leave gristle and meat on there. That's how I decide how easily the meat comes off the bone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like some of these are real small. CM Smokehouse, best wing place in Austin. See, that one slipped all the way out. So we get gristle and everything with that one. See that right there? This is like, some people be like, some people don't like this. They open a different location. Man, y'all don't understand the complexity of the flavor in a bite with that much wing in it. A bite with that much, like, what did I say? Like most people say that's like burnt, but that's what you want. This is why you don't eat in front of people, dude. Dude. If I weren't stopping to talk to you guys between these wings, I would have already been. These dishes would be clean right now. Y'all don't know how I do. I'm a fucking pro, dude. Hell yeah. M. It's Christmas, man. It's Christmas, you know? Not so bad. Ooh. I believe that cleared out room for about 5 more wings. You see that? Sometimes you can just push the bone out of the corner. Like that. My favorite Christmas song to play and listen to is probably "Oh Holy Night." You see here, now we're down to these 4 bangers. Look at that right there, dude. That's some char on that motherfucker right there, dude. This is not a hot take. I'm not a big fan of any of the Beatles' solo work. Like, if I had to choose, Wings, hey, you know how I feel about Wings. Wings is good. Paul McCartney is the most talented musically out of all of them. But solo, I prefer George Harrison because he was my favorite. He was my favorite Beatle, and like the Traveling Wilburys were excellent. Um, I like George Harrison a lot. Oh boy, the meat didn't come off the bone the right way on that one. Everybody would say that, like, oh, there's no Beatles without John Lennon. There's no Beatles without Paul McCartney. Like, this Beatles is the best. There's no Beatles without all four of them. Plus Billy Preston, the fifth Beatle. And this is not. John Lennon is almost my least favorite Beatle. That's not a popular opinion. Pete Best, the all I gotta say is that they were playing in, I don't know, maybe they would have been something different if Pete Best was their drummer. Their drummer had to be Ringo Starr. That's just the case. That's how it had to be. Oh man, that bite, guys. Oh my god. That bite was so good, dude. John's not necessarily the reason they broke up. It was John always having that woman around whose name I won't mention. Oh, you can say it. I'm just not going to give her any kind of. I'm not going to give her any kind of a platform. There was a woman. There was a woman who used to have a relationship with John, because John and her, that woman, had like an open relationship, like an early version of what that was, for like a, you get a pass for a weekend kind of thing, I think. And he would go spend time with his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or something like that. And she always said that John really wanted to play with the boys again, but he would always say, but she would never allow it. She would never have it. So she's the reason, for sure. Mmm. Look at this. So, I would say overall taste, texture, these wings on, like, I'm trying to do, I made these the way that I like them. But I'm going to try to do like uh I'm going to try to do like an El Presidente official. Like, how would Dave Portnoy rate these wings? I would give these, personally, I made them the way that I like them, and I might have had the heat a little too high on the grill to start with. Um, I would probably give them 7.8. Which is a monster score, Frankie. 7.8 monster score. If I would have made the small batch, instead of doing both of them, I would have gotten them on faster and off faster. I wasn't fast enough getting them down and getting them flipped over. A couple of them got a little bit more burnt. Oh, dude, when I licked the fingers and I got all of the seasoning, I got all the pepper now, like I'm mouth's on fire a little bit. That kind of changes it a little bit, man. Because that's more of a complex flavor compound, like a, that's more like a, all the heat comes in at the end, and it's got that little hint of Old Bay in it because I put the Old Bay on there dry at the end after they had been cooked or after they had been smoked. Had I put the Old Bay in first, gotten them down and up quicker, they could be like a 8.8, 8.9. But man, having that little bit of heat, man, in the back, that might bring this up to a. That might bring these up to a 7.9. That might bring them up to a 7.9. I don't want to give like a noob score. I don't want to give a noob score, Frankie. Do we go an 8 even? Do we give a noob score for these wings, Frankie? Decent flop. The back of the tongue, you get a little heat from the pepper back there. You got the sweetness from the teriyaki. I'm losing the onion powder, the garlic powder. I'm losing the salt. I'm getting heavy pepper, heavy Old Bay. That's what I'm getting. And honestly, like, that's kind of what's standing out to me. Man, I got 8.1. I got an 8.1. I got to give these an 8.1. I mean, the only mistake that I made, and I like this. I like the fact that these things are a little charred. I really like that. I have a theory on why wings are good. Wings are good. I'm not gonna lick the fucking bowl. I got a beard, dude. I don't know if char's great for you, but it's a super complex flavor. And it works better when there's a sauce. When there's a wet sauce that like caramelizes. Oh, a sweet wet sauce that caramelizes. I don't know. It'll caramelize on the skin, and then like it almost creates like a sweet crackling almost. Maybe we'll see. Hold on a second. Let me. Yeah, this is what we got. These are the wings. This is done. Oh, I was gonna say, the cool part about wings is like there's something carnal about looking at a big pile of bones in front of you after you get done eating, you know? Yeah, now. What I'm going to do now is I'm not going anywhere yet, so you can hang tight here if you like. I'm gonna go run this to the kitchen real quick and rinse it out. And here, you know what? Let's have a little yeah, and then we're gonna smoke. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's what we wanted. I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy this song.
I said, yeah, well, what am I supposed to do? I didn't know what I was getting into. So you had a little trouble in town. Now you're keeping some demons down. Stop dragging my heart around. It's hard to think about what you wanted. It's hard to think about what you lost. This doesn't have to be the big hit even. This doesn't have to be anything at all. I know you really want to tell me goodbye. I know you really want to be your own girl. Baby, you can never look me in the eye. Yeah, you buckle with the weight of the world. Stop dragging my heart around. There's people running around loose in the world. Ain't got nothing better to do than make a meal of some bright-eyed kid. You need someone to looking after you. I know you really want to tell me goodbye. I know you really want to be your own girl. Baby, you can never look me in the eye. Yeah, you buckle with the weight of the world. Stop dragging my heart around. Stop dragging my heart around. Stop dragging my heart around.
Oh boy. Hell yeah. And you better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe it. Oh. Oh yeah, we did a podcast. You best better believe we got a little ice cream sandwich action, a little Bluebell ice cream sandwich action in the house. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know. I think we talked a little bit about cooking. We had a nice long conversation. I think we talked about cooking rice. Mm-hmm. Bro, I get excited for real about this flavor right here. Ice cream salad, 10 of 10. How is it so good? The soft, cakey cookie part and vanilla ice cream. Who'da thunk? Mushrooms are good. Oh yeah, the rice show. I think I talked about like the best way to cook rice. The best like I think that was like at the end of that episode. We were talking about how to put whatever juice from the meat you cook in the rice or your side, whatever your side might be. All right. We'll turn off do not disturb. Respond to some text messages, and then we're gonna have a once in a lifetime opportunity. Y'all get your green teas ready. Hell yeah, I had to send my boy Dylan a message back. He recorded some music with Tony Fat Hands. Last bite. Oh, oh, oh. Man, so good. All right, everybody. Everybody got your green teas ready? I hear that. Oh, did y'all hear that? I just farted. Could you hear it? Okay. Okay, there's no way to improve the ice cream sandwich. I think they made a mistake. I think they made a mistake trying to improve the ice cream sandwich by doing the Neapolitan ice cream sandwich, which is not as good. Like Neapolitan ice cream sandwich is not as good. I don't want chocolate or strawberry ice cream with my sandwich. Like I want vanilla ice cream, and I want the actual cookie to be firm but giving. You know, firm but soft in a way, if that makes any sense. That's what I want. Okay, we're done with that camera now. That means that this can go away. 10% battery. You know what? We're going to leave you on and charging for a bit up here. For an hour. What timer do we have here? 1 hour and 30 seconds. You'll get to charge. And then you go back to the place where you are not on. And I will put everything back where it went. Yeah, I want the cookie to have a chub. That's right. I want it to be a chub cookie. But, no, seriously, dude, the ice cream sandwich is like, as far as, and I have a couple more. I've got like a pint of cookies and cream and a pint of Dutch chocolate as well that I got the other night that I may be dipping into later. Ooh, Kayla was here earlier. Kayla actually sent me for Christmas some from Connecticut, Munson's chocolates from Bolton, Connecticut. Some pecan caramel pralines or patties, which is basically like a praline, kind of. It's one of these guys right here. A pecan praline. You know what? Yeah, why not? Let's do an official. Let's do an official thing. Okay. So my sister, Kayla Hudgens, she's my sister. She has a different name now, but that's who she was when I knew her first. So Munson's chocolates from Bolton, Connecticut. The milk chocolate pecan caramel patties. And these things are incredible. I've already eaten 2 of them. But they look like this. Like this. Little chocolate, little caramel, little pecan. And I believe there's some salt in there as well. And so good. Yep. Oh my God, these contain they contain nuts. Ah. 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 I'm just fucking kidding. I look like one of them weak peanut allergy motherfuckers to you. Do I look like one of them weak fucking pecan allergy having motherfuckers? I had a girlfriend that had a nut allergy. She couldn't come. Seriously, these are fucking incredible. Water. Let's go with water. Oh, did y'all hear that? Oh, it's so good. Hell yeah. All right. Y'all know me. I got this GB packed and ready to go. This GB is ready. In the water jug? Oh, yeah. But I also have a little G Fuel over here. I just needed to get some water in my life. Cheers to you. We drinking G Fuel, hitting GBs with my G's. Bitch, please. You know what's cool is like I'm a big Tom Waits fan. I don't know. I know Jason knows about Tom. But big Tom Waits guy. he is a dude that is a big believer in turning anything into an instrument. And I've kind of done that. There's a song that I have that you guys can go check out called The Ballad of the Unlucky Man. That one's on Spotify and everywhere. YouTube, all that nonsense. If you type in The Ballad of the Unlucky Man and play that song, like there was an EP. There was an EP that I released a while back called The Ballad of the Unlucky Man, but the title track, I used a whiskey glass with some banjo picks and a couple of dice, and like maybe I put some change in there too, but it was just like that was my shaker. Like just a little whiskey glass with a couple of dice, the 3 banjo picks, the thumb plastic pick, and the 2 metal picks. Ooh, that's all. That right there is all wing cloud. The clouds that form over the wings in the belly where they're coming out. But you can hear it back there. Also, I didn't have a bass back then, so I was playing the bass on the Wurlitzer that I have, the electronic piano that was my belonged to my granddad. My dad has it now back home, but I really want it here. I want that with me here in Austin. I have a spot cleared out for it right over here next to my bed. Perfect spot. There's a power supply right next to it. It's the spot for that piano, and I have things there right now, but they can easily be moved for that. And I'm purposely saving that spot for that piano because that's where it belongs over there. And I did that, and my buddy Asher had this gut bucket is what it's called. And what it is it's like you take a broomstick and you fix it to the side of a 5-gallon bucket, and then you take a string and you tie it on the end of or tie it into the middle, like drill a hole into the middle of the bucket, the 5-gallon bucket. And this bucket is upside down, by the way. So the bucket's upside down. You fixate a broom handle to the side of it, drill a hole into the center of the 5-gallon bucket, and then with a washer and a screw and bolt, you wrap the thing around there, the string around that screw it into the bucket so that it is held nicely, and then you pull it as tight as you can get it and wrap it around the top of the broom handle, and then tape that around. Like tape it to itself, like so it doesn't slip, so that the string is super tight, and then you just have to choke up on the string until you start to get and you can play it as a one single stringed instrument. But I used that in that song as well. And also another cool thing about the Ballad of the Unlucky Man, I did so many tracks in that song. No, that's not. I mean, that was not Primus before Primus, but that was just. Oh yeah, when you mean things that they did before they were Primus, yeah. I was about to say, like, what I did was well after Primus was Primus. But yeah, I did that, and I don't know if it's like I had a piece of dead skin, like a scab on my head because I scratched my head so much that I it scabs over under my hair. I can't help it. It's just something that I do nervously. I also used another thing that Asher had was this a guitar that had a speaker built into it. So you could click it on and it was a distorted guitar and the speaker was busted. So it just sounded really gnarly and just disgusting. It just sounded dirty. And I played slide guitar. All the slide guitar parts you hear in Ballad of the Unlucky Man are from that guitar that has that had the speaker built in. I just held it up to a mic. But it had this really incredible sustain to it. So I could just hold the glass on the chord I wanted to make and just slide it, like wiggle it back and forth a little bit. And it would have like it had such a loud and dominant sustain. And it would make those like those here. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But I'll give you just the beginning part of it so you can hear what I'm talking about, where it'll just do the it almost barks. Where is it? It should be here. Oh, here we go. Wait. I didn't. How do I not have the Ballad of the Unlucky Man on the Ballad of the Unlucky Man? I'm just looking on SoundCloud now, though. Hold on. I know it's on YouTube. The Ballad of the Unlucky Man. There we go. It's on there twice. I released it as a single, and then I released it again on the other one. Let's listen to the single version of it. It starts from nothing and eases into it. But you can hear, just think, it's literally like a Crown Royal whiskey glass, like a half glass. I'll show you the glass. I have it right here. It's this glass. This is the glass. I got this glass the night that I first impressed someone on guitar and thought, okay, this thing could work. It was at a house party. I wasn't old enough to drink. This dude had just bought a nice bottle of Crown that came with these 2 Crown glasses, and he gave me one of them. He opened the box and said, like, it was, redneck people are different. Redneck people are like, they don't know how to, like, they don't want to say, like, man, good job or whatever, but, like, they will say that, but they'll also, they want to do something. There was a guy, very good friends with my granddad, Buddy Horn. He was good friends with my granddad, looked up to him, and he was loud. He was loud, just animated, really cool guy. He came to the house the day my granddad passed and walked in. Hey, what's everybody doing in here? And my dad told him, my dad told him that Gordon passed away this morning. And Buddy's eyes welled up with tears. Old man, his eyes welled up with tears, and all he could think to do was reach into his pocket and pull out a $20 bill and hand it to him. So, like, he reached into his wallet and pulled out a $20 bill and handed it to my dad. And my dad was like, I don't want to take this, but Buddy was like, it was the only all I'm saying is I tell you that to tell you that redneck people are strange with how they express themselves. So this guy, like, after I had just played a song, he asked for a song, and I honestly believe it was Simple Man. I swear to God, I believe it was Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. And he literally, like, after I got done playing it, like, the dude, he was drunk and probably in his feelings and emotional. So he just turned around and opened that Crown Royal bottle and gave me this glass. But anyway, this is it. I still keep my change in it until I have to go into it every now and again and get quarters out. By the way, I get recognized a lot by people on the street, and like, I have a somewhat of a name and recognition in the world. I still have to go into my change jar and get quarters out every now and again. So just to set aside all of the, oh man, once you make it, dude, once you get there and you got a little bit of fame to you, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Not true. Yeah, we still do it. But anyway, check this out. Pooter, I don't know how to tell you. If it were that easy, if it were, I'm living in Austin, Texas, and I'm kind of friends with really important people, and it still hasn't happened for me yet. Like, just, I wish it were that easy, dog. But check this out. Eases into it. Oh. The thing you hear me tapping on, there's like a cigar box that I'm tapping on because I didn't have a drum set at the time. Oh, here, that was a little hiss. You hear that? That little sound. That was an actual guitar, like something I'd edited. Hotter than I remember. That was something that I edited right there that I just left. I didn't edit it far enough. That thing, I'd edited out something that I didn't like, but I didn't cut enough of it. And that thing was just left there. And when I heard it, I was like, ooh, that's neat. So it's like one of those oopsie, but it worked. That was a big oopsie, but oopsie that worked. And then my buddy Tyler Brown heard it and said, you should put another one of those at the end.
Hotter than I remember, drier than every year before. Buried what I hope don't go in the whole damn world's a war. Liable to come and knocking every day now they do. Said a man come round was asking some things that might lead back to you.
So right there, I'm playing both guitars. Not at the same time, but you can hear the slide. And the piano. The louder guitar is the one that I'm playing normally.
I'll be damned if I go easy.
Man, hear that back there? That was the guitar with the speaker on it.
Dig one more hole.
Here we go. We'll just deep dive in this now.
Give him one good reason and not go messing in my ground. Mind his own damn business as he suspects I don't fuck around. Now lay me down my wretched soul. One day I'll walk your streets of gold. Forgive me, Lord, for all my sins. I hope pearly gates will let me in.
I said I wasn't going to listen to the whole thing, but man, I might.
Said a man showed up last Tuesday in a brand new Model T. Said his boy went missing, was wondering
You can hear
if he'd been seen.
the jingling come in.
Picture looked familiar
Now,
to many folks here in this town. He was always with that phone girl, see him and her, they were running round. Lay me down my wretched soul, one day I'll walk your streets of gold. Forgive me, Lord, for all my sins, hold pearly gates, so let me in.
There's a part that comes up right after this where I just let the guitars ring out and do what they do. And that one hiss is so loud. Listen to it.
When he pulled up, I was waiting in the trees there off the side. Saw him holding something that wouldn't have mattered if he tried. Laid him down real easy, bleeding there out by the side of the boy that he was after. Those who seek, so shall they find. Lay me down my wretched soul, one day I'll walk your streets of gold. Forgive me, Lord, for all my sins, hope pearly gates will take me in.
Threw another one right there. And then I'm just tapping on a cigar box that I have in my closet now still. I still have it. Shit in the background on guitar, like these crazy little triad things. Like behind here subtly, listen. I wish I could get into my iMac. I mean, I can get into it. It's just, it is so slow. It doesn't. So I could show you how many layers, how many tracks this is. I did like 3 tracks with that speaker guitar. And one of the tracks was just feedback. I did a whole feedback track. But dude, that was back. Full disclosure, that was back when your boy was partying with the powder. So like I was doing powder, and just I want to put another track in there. But it came out like that, and I was really proud of how it came out. Like that might be one of my proudest recordings. Fun fact, The other thing that I released last night in my version of Stop Dragging My Heart Around, I wouldn't go that far, Jason. That version of Stop Dragging My Heart Around, there's only 2 instruments in it. There's a 12-string guitar that I had refurbished for my dad, like a 1960s something Gibson 12-string that brother Ed Dennis fixed for my dad, and a banjo. Only 2 instruments in it. They just sound so full because I brought the reverb up a little bit. And I didn't duplicate the tracks at all. It's just a single 12-string guitar and a single banjo track. But the vocals, I did a lot of vocals. I did 4 vocal tracks. Plus some ooze. The ooze. I like doing those harmonies. I didn't do the exact harmony line that Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty do. I did my own thing. But there's one where I'm just like, one of those tracks where I'm just literally like kind of screaming. I don't always do a whisper track. What's up, Miley? I'm just usually like, I don't know. Sometimes I did, like, there was a couple of things that I recorded where I recorded it really early in the morning or like late at night. So I was in my apartment, like my next door neighbor's through the wall. My next door neighbor's mom slept on the couch downstairs because she was getting older and she couldn't make it up and down the stairs anymore. Oh no. We just lost a little bit of green tea. Not a lot. There was too much in there and I went to grind it and the grinder just came up. But yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Trina was sleeping on the couch downstairs, and I didn't want to bother her. Rest her soul. She has since passed. And I didn't want to bother her because those walls are thin in apartments like that, and I didn't want to disturb any of her sleep. So there'd be sometimes I would record as quietly as possible. But those are the songs of mine that are literally just like a guitar and the rain. Like I put a lot of rain. By the way, there was a thunderstorm playing behind the entire Ballad of the Unlucky Man. There's a constant rolling of thunder and lightning happening and rain the whole time. Everybody would be like, "Oh, that sound," it just makes it sound fuzzy, and I'm like, "Good, that's what I want." People are like, "Oh no, they're burnt." That's what I want. I know what I'm doing. But I had so many people, and it offended me. I had so many people that were like, "Dude, you should really get someone else to record these things because these songs are too good to not be recorded correctly." As if to say, you don't record these songs correctly. You need to get someone who does. But I didn't want that, man. I have a sound. I have a specific sound. Like the things that I produce, they all sound very similar. They all have they all sound like me, like Ballad of the Unlucky Man, one single example, but like there's there's other stuff like for instance, End Up Over Yonder here. Another one of my, it starts off with the rain before anything else comes in. You hear the rain and the lightning and the thunder. And then it just comes in, just my guitar. This is just my guitar. And then the bass comes in right here. And then this was right after I got a drum set. We're going to have to listen to this because I'm going to talk over it. But this was right after I had gotten a drum set. And it was a piece of shit drum kit. I got it for $100. And I ordered a set of brushes and some hot rods off of Amazon. So I just played the snare with the brushes, and because of how I had to set up the sound, I didn't want to set up a kit and run mics to it. I had mics all around my desk, kind of like this situation here. And yeah, so I had everything set up here, and this is the way that I wanted it. So I just brought the snare over, tilted the mic down to the snare, and did that. And then I brought the kick drum over, and I put a tennis ball. I cut a hole in the bottom and top of a tennis ball and shoved a drumstick through it and made a mallet out of a tennis ball, which I still might have somewhere in all of this shit. But I digress. Man, and see, all of that stuff that everybody, the most important thing to pay attention to is whatever decibels or whatever. Like, I didn't think about any of that. I didn't take any of that into consideration. If something looked like it was going into the red when it shouldn't be, and the wave got bigger than the, sometimes I would leave it, because I love Tom Waits so much, and some of the stuff that I hear him do just sounds so imperfect, you know? Is it just me, or did my door open? Oh, you guys can't see. I feel like my door opened on its own. But check this out. I was really proud with how this came out. This also has a little banjo in it, I think. Yeah. And a low harmony throughout.
Figured I could wander, just might end up over yonder. Till now I've been just fine standing here.
That's the part you don't really hear.
Much I've tried explaining, not enough that I've tried changing. I reckon I'm not much for shooting.
So I guess that might be the whisper thing.
Loneliness I've been through, there's nothing more I can do. Tonight I'm out here wasting all my breath. Life of these I squandered, left to see out what I pondered. And I'm misguided, forsaken death.
A life of ease I squandered, left to seek out what I pondered. In a poor, misguided head, forsaking death. Wow. Did I do that? I mistimed when the verse started back. So I ended up having this thing. I want to hear that. I know that this is probably not fun for you guys to. I want to hear that again. Here, listen. I do a little solo part, and then I thought that the verse started back there, but it didn't. Just a quick solo. I thought it was a. but it comes back into this comfortable place, like this sunken comfort for like 8 more bars. You see what I mean? Like, normally we would have cut all of this out and shortened it, but I left it. I wanted it to, because right here I have this little. Did you hear that thing?
Not here's a mystery. Now I'm wondering who missed me. If I loaded up my horse and headed west. Roots I put down weekend, and I'm picking up a beacon. My rugged heart is speaking through my chest. The last thing I expected was an end up disconnected. After all, this is the place where I was forged. Strong as hell, moved from the surface, hotter than the fire that birthed us. All the ones who know the pain is worth the reward.
There was another mistake back there that I left.
My chest. The last thing I expected was an end up disconnected. After all, this is the place
Right here,
where
you'll hear me
I was
fuck up.
forged. Strong as hell, moved from the surface, hotter than the fire that birthed us. All the ones who know the pain is worth the reward.
I remember exactly how I felt recording this. I streamed the entire recording of this on Periscope, actually. I streamed this whole thing. Build up. Build up to the point where you would normally stop. And then keep going. Double up on the build. Bring more things in. Throw some oohs and ahs in there. Get heavier into the microphone. Hear them? Barely. They're so subtle. They almost get lost in everything else going on. And then here comes this thing. I wasn't happy with this solo, but I left it. I fuck up this part. Right here. I got lost and came back too quick. Feel how emotionally heavy that feels. Like how it almost makes you want to cry, even though there's nothing being said. And then the resolution. You finally breathe again. Back down to the bass instruments. Let the star of the show take the lead. The acoustic. Remind them of the melody. Give it time. Fade it out. See what I mean? Like, End Up Over Yonder, it's not perfect. It's not it's not It Ain't Mine. Another example. I'm not playing this whole thing, but you hear in this there is a storm, but there's also a guy shoveling dirt, throwing it onto a grave. Can you hear the filling a grave? Like, just, and the rain comes in. The only thing I regret on the recordings here is that I didn't do what I did with End Up Over Yonder and go back and just add just a brush drum track. I don't know. We're not going all the way into that. But all I'm saying is that, like, there's a reason why I've done the things the way I've done them. And not everybody gets them. Not everybody gets it. Like, not everybody gets it. I want these things to sound a specific way. And they create an emotion. Like, they literally create an emotion. A heavy emotion. There was some of them that I did a drum track with, but it's very obvious that I used a drum track. I'm not real proud of that. But there was one song where I would hit record and then walk back to the bathroom. I recorded all these in the bathroom of my house, my apartment. I let this thing kind of be itself. I was into a lot of Townes Van Zandt around this time, and like doing melodical things with the guitar like I did in End Up Over Yonder. There's a melody in the music. Like, this sounds like more than one guitar, like, because there's so many things going on, but it's just one guitar.
Tell me now, darling, are you lonely like me? Do you stay up till the morning, then binge hard on sleep? Do you drink through the sadness to dull out that pain? Tell me, darling, have you done the same? Tell me, darling, have you done the same?
I'm doing a vocal, but it sounds like a cello kind of.
Answer me, honey, does your heart ever rest? Or like mine, does it wander and beat clean out your chest? Is it pining for something it ain't ever had? Tell me, darling, is it worn out bad? Tell me, darling, is it worn out bad? Let me know, mama, if you are alone, if you've grown good and tired of your heart needing a home. Well, I saved a spot within mine for you, gal. Let me know if you figure it out.
Some of those oohs will break your heart.
Let me know if you figure it out.
Those were nice. The ones in this verse are sick.
If I told you, baby, you're my heart's one desire, I could have any other, but only you light.
I want to start this over. I don't want to take you out of it, and I'm sorry if that did that. I want you to not pay attention. Pay attention to the background stuff.
If I told you, baby, you're my heart's one desire, I could have any other, but only you light my fire. I want you the most, girl, to prove the world wrong. See your face there when I come home. See your face there when I come home. Tell me now, darling, are you lonely like me? Do you stay up past daylight and don't hardly eat? Do you drown out the sadness with weed and cocaine? Tell me, darling, have you felt that pain? Tell me, darling, have you done the same?
I was real happy with how those came out. Man, that was like all that stuff that I recorded though. Like I was just back and forth between the dining room. I had microphone cables run from the dining room down the hall into the bathroom. I had so many microphone cables, like it would take 4 microphone cables to get both microphones in the bathroom mic'd, because I had to plug 2 microphone cables together to get them to stretch all the way. So that's what it was. It was a natural, I had a cloth shower curtain, so that deadened the one wall, and it had a natural 3 hard surfaces in the room, and such a tight little like a tight little room there. So when I did the acoustic guitar and the lead vocal on that one, I did those both inside the bathroom, facing the sink and the toilet, and the shower curtain was to my right. The door was open into the hallway to my left, and there was a wall right behind me because it was a super small bathroom. And I recorded it in the dark. Like I recorded it all with the lights off. Like I could feel where the microphones were, but it was dark. It was very dark, because I always kept my house blacked out from the sunlight. But this was already in the middle of the night, so like I could walk out of my house in the middle of the day and not a lot of light would get through. But it was very dark. I recorded lead vocals and the acoustic guitar track like that. And then when I went to do the oohs and ahs, I faced both microphones, the guitar mic and the vocal mic, towards me. And then I stood just outside of the bathroom door and I sang into the bathroom. So I was pretty much singing into the shower curtain. So a lot of it would die, but some of it would still bounce around. Some of it would still bounce around in the bathrooms. For Ballad of the Unlucky Man, the gut bucket, I recorded that in the living room. And everything else I pretty much recorded right at the computer desk, like in the dining room area. But I wanted to do something different for that EP. So there was 5 songs that I recorded the same way, which I recorded It Ain't Mine, the original It Ain't Mine, I recorded that way, which actually that's not true. I recorded It Ain't Mine sitting at this was Tell Me Darling was the only one of the original recordings. Where did that's what's on the SoundCloud, are those recordings. Let's go back to the SoundCloud. That Tell Me Darling. Well, I guess I didn't. me see. Is this the one? Yeah, this It Ain't Mine. It was really quiet, but I recorded this one in the bathroom.
Well, there's the bed where they both laid and ripped my world apart.
Heavy reverb because I like it like that.
Off up to Kansas before it got too dark. Well, I swear that if I see them in their graves, they will lay. But they're hiding up in Kansas where no one knows their names. Well, they stole two of my horses, Grandpa's saddle he left to me, in a jar of folding money buried neath the big oak tree. Well, I tracked them up to Tulsa where they
I think I left this as just like a regular. Maybe I did harmonies in it, but we'll see in
if I find them, I'll
a second.
make them feel my pain. Come hell or high water, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything to that one. I was just playing that straight through. By the way, I did another here just to show you how full that 12-string sounds. Listen to how full this 12-string sounds in this song. One instrument, and that's it. The rest is just harmonies.
Miami woman, so fine and fair. I try and try, but I can't get anywhere.
Those vocals stack nicely in this
I
song.
sail out under the sun.
This is a cover.
Looking for my darling,
Bob
my
Dylan wrote
only
this.
one. I sail all day.
The new basement
when
tapes.
the day is done, she's still the one I want to see. I must find that Florida key.
The way those harmonies stack really did it for me, man. Like that, harmonies are my thing.
In Collins Avenue, 5th Street in Maine.
And also
walk up and down, but it's all in vain.
And then I maybe did like
My only darling is gone. Took everything, put it out on the lawn. Jim came and got it, and he gave it to John. It's getting harder and harder to believe.
and I was like,
I must find that Florida key.
but I did a lot of different harmonies going on in this one. Like my favorite was
Standing on the curb, watching for boats, while the boys and girls pass by on their big silver goats. I'm getting out while the getting is good. In my ship of steel or in my ship of wood. One more time, gonna do just like I should. See, this could only happen to me. I must find that Florida key.
that middle harmony is good. The high harmony kind of moves a little more. Like,
Need a little sunshine in my beer. Thinking about eloping. Nothing's locked, never will be. Everything is open. There's only one thing that lurks in my mind. There's nothing here, nothing I've left behind. There's something up front, something I hope to find. And I'm gonna sail again tonight, round the horn in the clear moonlight. Or at least I'm sure it's gonna be, soon as I find my Florida key.
sometimes it's just like I don't care. And this is like for someone who does music, you probably don't want to be the guy that says things like this, but I didn't really care about the mix as much as I wanted something that, like, I would mix it until I got, like, the thing that I wanted out of it. And then I always did the same exact thing with every song. I would get it recorded. I would get the things that I wanted there. And like I would get the bass down. Like I would get the vocals, the guitar. I'd get the song down, how I wanted it. And then I would listen to it and think, is it done? And if it wasn't, I would do stuff to it. Mostly reverb, or if I heard something, I just listened to it over and over. And if I heard something like and I mean the musical version of heard, like hear something, like if I hear something in the track, but if I'm listening to it and in my mind something plays along with it and I'm like, ooh, this would go good here, then I would put that thing there. But for a while I got to the habit of just every single time I would record, I would do I would just do the guitars, the vocal track, and then I would do a harmony track. I would and I did these the same way. Every track that I did was a one take, a single take. If I fucked up really, really bad to the point where I have to start over, I would. But then that would just be a one take, you know? That would just be a single track. Like, I didn't really patch things in very often. Like, I would usually do like a one take track, and then I would listen to it, and every time there was a mistake, I would just drop the volume in that track at that point. So I would just go through and I would eliminate the mistakes that needed to go, because some mistakes need to go. Some of them are like, ooh, I like that. Like, that's a happy little mistake, but the rest we can paint over, you know? Like, I really enjoyed doing that, going through and just tinkering with it, editing. That was so much fun for me. And then, because editing is so much fun when you're in the middle of something and you're like, oh, I don't like the way this sounds. Well, I'll just play it again. You know, like it was easy. It wasn't like I'm a producer, you know, mixing another band's stuff. Like, man, I really wish that drummer was here so I could get him to redo this take. I'll just do the take again. Like, it was fun to do. But that's what I would do with the harmonies, is I would come in after I did the bass song, and I would lay down like 3 harmony tracks. I would do like a close hybrid, like a hybrid harmony, which means that it doesn't stick to one like a 5th or a 7th or a 3rd. It kind of moves between those as it needs to. And sometimes a single good hybrid harmony is greater than 2, like a 5th and a 7th, or a 3rd and a 5th, or a 3rd and a 7th. Like, sometimes a single hybrid harmony is really nice. Like, that's what Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks do in their version of Stop Dragging My Heart Around. But in my version, I did a I think a 5th and a 7th. My headphone or monitor when I'm recording are these. The Samsung SR850s. This is what I use. These right here. This guy. This is what I've always used. The old helicopter headphones. Like, I don't use them. I had to turn them up a little bit because I keep the volume down on them. But I would always use these when I would record my podcast with people. That way if something doesn't sound right, I'll know it immediately. But I always just use headphones. I do have some PreSonus 3.5 inch studio speakers that I use that are here, but those are just my computer speakers. Like that's crazy. Is that my computer speakers are PreSonus, whatever they're called. I don't know what is it. I don't know. I got them on a really good deal from American Musical Supply. But yeah, I stopped wearing the headphones because the timer's going off and it's been an hour and 30 seconds. Stop. How much charge do you have now? 63%. All right, we'll let you go for another 30 minutes. Bam. Samson mic. Samsons are nice, man. The microphone I have upstairs is a Shure SM57 with a directional foam cover, which sounds the best. This is just an old 58. But everything I have is pretty much Shure, except that iRig. The iRig microphone sounds really incredible. I dare say that that iRig microphone sounds better just plugging into my iPhone than this does, because I'm into a hard mixer on here too. I'm using a PV AT10 or PV10 AT PV amp, but the letter's PV10 AT. It's got an auto tune feature on it, which I didn't care about. The local music store back home that I like to support, Sound Systems in 544 in Myrtle Beach. Sound Systems Inc. was the business I like to use. I raised all the money. I did a GoFundMe, and I raised up literally like $400 to buy this mixer. And actually I got more than $400 because I think this mixer alone was $400. But I got this mixer. I got these really nice what was the brand? It was a cheaper brand, but it was kind of like those blue mics that the upright classic looking with like the shock guard. It had like the springs and the here I can probably find them on one of my old podcast episodes. Oh man, every time I do a scroll back, I see the portion of my channel where I streamed Hogwarts Legacy, and I just miss it so bad, and I want to abandon everything else in my life and play Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, here we go.
Leave.
Oh boy, that was did you hear that microphone, guys? Did you hear it? iOS. Let's bring you down here. There's the mic. You see the mic right there? It has that nice little shock guard on it. This right here, it was called I forget the name brand, but listen to how loud this fucking thing was.
818 till I die. Yes.
What?
Maybe. Who knows, Penny? But
listen to that guitar. Unplugged just through that microphone. Listen to it.
But either way, like, yeah, I slammed the door.
And I was literally like, I thought I really want to break something. I was like, I really want to break something right
Oh,
now.
I remember this day I broke
And I was looking around, and there was nothing that I saw
thing.
that I was like, I can. Liz gets it. Yes, she gets it. Positive push. Push and believe. 818 till I die. Yes. Brody Stevens, you got it.
4 years ago. Little Brody shout out there for you. But yeah, that was the microphone that I used. I forget the brand. Fit to screen. Bam. There we go. Oh, by the way, like I had a really nice like setup back then, like on my stream. I had like a little ticker at the bottom. I had cut out a tree in these woods. Look how bad the cut job is over the audio recording though. Yeah. What a time to be alive. 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 I don't want to burn my beard. What a time to be alive. 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 Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Let's spark 'em up. Ba-da-ba-dum. Let's spark 'em up. Ba-da-ba-dum. Let's spark 'em up. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. What a time to be alive. We can spark 'em up. 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 Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Lord, y'all, that's so tasty. Lord, y'all don't understand how tasty that is. Oh, my taste. Oh, my taste. Oh, my, what a magnificent taste that tastes. Taste, 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 taste. What a time to be alive. 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 Good evening, roadkill raccoon. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Be alive. Why did the thing behind me switch up? See, I lose a little bit of comfort when it's not something like that. Like I can breathe again now, but for a second I'm like, oh my God, it stopped. Why did it stop? What a time to be alive. 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 Let's turn it into church music. Man, that was so tasty. I want to do it again. Like, man, it was just so. In the future, will I work in more piano? Yeah, I love the piano. I actually, I played it a lot. I played it a lot back in the day, but the piano that I have here, I think a fuse blew inside of it. It was like an old Yamaha, like a keyboard. basically. Is there like a low latency keyboard app? Still tasty. Because I got this guy that fits perfectly right here on the desk. Where did I put the... Everybody hold your breath. A lot of dust. Now, I know you will stretch far, young cable, but will you stretch that far? Yes, you will. Of course you will. I needed you to, therefore you did. I'm grateful for that. I don't know. How do I... How do I live without you? I want to know. Oh, wrong one. I need this one here. Yeah. It's set up and ready to go, really? Awesome. How cool is that? Let me do MIDI piano. Midiano is an interactive piano learning app. I don't want a learning app. Is this just a website I can go to? Does anybody know a good one? Okay. I'll do that add-on, sure. That seems safe to do. Why is it not playing? Oh, so it's working, it's just not. Okay. Listen. How do well, this is dumb. I don't like this thing. Why am I not getting any sound out of these speakers up here? Let's go system sounds, settings, home, where I want a system sound, output, voice meter, out, input, yes, input microphone, yes. App volume and device preferences, system sounds. It only allows me to do default. Interessante. Well, shit. Wait, can you guys hear? No. It's showing up here that I'm playing. But it's just... Oh no, this motherfucker trying to get my email address. NASA. MIDI piano player free. Did you hear this? Can you hear that? Or you mean a while ago when I played it back, because it recorded the thing that I played and it played back. But it didn't. Do I have a piano on the computer already? Oh. Well, I have it. Okay. Let's do a grand piano. MIDI support on. Bam. We select that. There we go. Can you guys hear that? I'm trying to find. Oh, there we go. Okay, I want. Where do you get like a mix of the two, like a piano and the strings? I like the way that sounds. Does that come through my headphones? Could I get that in my headphones, please? All right. Let me see how I do this thing. That's what we wanted. The it's all right. It works, right? Shit. Shit. I should not even. Hearing it better is not helping me because it makes. I feel like I'm playing like a dummy because it's just so slow. It's just so slow. That's awesome. It'd probably sound better with the synth. Like, but I really like the. Bleh. Uh, Merry Christmas, Swan. May we smoke? May we a little bit? Yeah, I'm sorry. I was burged out a little bit on this because I really like piano, and this is a little. The latency is an issue, but with the pad things, it works a little better than the.
50% charged. That's fine.
All right, let's spark this bad boy up over here.
The tastiness. The tastiness alone. Worth it.
What a time to be alive. At 3:30 in the morning, noodling on a piano. I used to play piano a lot when I had that Wurlitzer that I wish was sitting over there right now. I would sit there for hours sometimes and just noodle from song to song. Like I would play I would stay. I'm comfortable in C, which is what I was playing with this in a second ago. But I mean, I can do all right in E or G. Like I got a really good I can go forever in those hitting those sour notes on the way down. And I like that Bo Burnham thing that can I interest you in anything all of the time? Or whatever. Or something. But yeah, man, it's just so much fun to sit there and just touch it. What is it? Well, no, because how's it go? I don't know how. There we go. Right. Blah blah blah. Right? Shit. Shit. That's the last key. I can't go further than that. Ooh, that's it. Ah. Fuck. Right. Ah. It's not exactly like a bicycle. I mean, some of the things are the same, but one, I'm like this. The latency is not cool. Like this would be so much more impressive if the latency wasn't an issue. Like I'm dealing with this is about like playing a much better version of playing in VR chat. But yeah, the latency is a thing. I already took my last swig of the G Fuel. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning on Christmas. 100% charged on that one. We can unplug that one. Let's have a sip. Sip time. Let's see. I like the different sounds you can play with in this little. I just typed in piano. There's a piano already on my computer, apparently. Like, I got an accordion. I really like the organs. I'm waiting in the cold cell when the bell begins to chime, reflecting on my past life. Man, it doesn't have much time. At 9 o'clock, they'll take me to the gallows pole. But I'm so tired from me running. When I preach on the read, man, I last right. Take a look, but I'm all on a bad life. Over the world that is on, better on with me. On the fair round, round and love to the mountain there. But the love is real, I'm ready to bah. Ooh, that would sound cool with It sounds like that world in Mario that goes. Am I the only one that hears that? Is that a thing from like Mario? Is that a thing? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I feel like a hillbilly Bob Ross. And you see, that's just a happy little mistake. It's just a happy little Mario there. We just find ourselves a little... We just found ourselves a happy little Mario there just hanging out by himself. And look how happy he is over there. Just happy little Mario over there. All right. God, that's so beautiful, isn't it, man? Just the great Angelo Badalamenti. How did he do it? Ooh, there's a voice, Choir Oz. I made it say doo-doo. Smell like something in here to you? What does it smell like to you? Whoa. Does it smell like in here to anybody? Wait, did somebody just... Hold on a second. Do I smell someone? Did someone need to change a diaper? I think someone might have... Did somebody just... Did I just find the funniest thing on the internet? Boy, it smells funny in here. Did somebody... Smell like doo-doo. Smell like. The doo-doo song. Seriously, did it smell like? Do it smell like? Girl, you smell like. 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 I believe that you just. In your pants, girl, I believe you just. In your pants, girl, it smells like you. In your pants, girl, it smells like you. Merry Christmas, baby, go change your drawers. It's what it smell like. It's what it smell like. It what it smell like. That's what it smell like. It what it smell like. That's what it smell like. Girl, you smell like. Go wash your nasty ass, girl. You out here smelling like. Smell like your shit like a grown man. Woman smell like. Girl, you smelling like. Don't come around here with your nasty shitty underwear smelling like doo-doo, like doo-doo, like doo-doo. Girl, you smell like, girl, you smell like, girl, you smell like. Girl, you smell like. Smell like. Girl, don't you know that you just smelling like? Go and wash your nasty stinking ass, girl. What you smell like is what you smell like. Girl, you smell like. Girl, I can't be walking around here smelling like. Go and wash your nasty ass, girl, smelling like. They ain't ready. They ain't ready. They ain't ready at all, dude. They ain't prepared at all. All I got to say about them is they ain't prepared. Okay? That's so funny. What's up, Zen? Merry Christmas to you in Hawaii. You had a wonderful Christmas morning. It is now Christmas Day in Hawaii. Girl, you know you smell like. Girl, you know you smell like. You know you smell like, you know you smell like, what you smell like. Girl, 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 oh, you know what you're smelling like. In your britches, girl, you smell like. Oh, harmonies are hidden now. We're singing in harmony, girl, about how bad you smell like. Oh, you know you smell like. Oh no, I got it backwards in Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, I hope you be cleaning your ass when you shit, cause it lingers round in a smell like way and it's hard to shake it off. When it gets on your butt, if you got a hairy butt, gotta use the bidet and then the smell will leave you. The smell will leave you, girl, but you can be smelling like. Girl, girl, you can't be smelling like. Better wash your ass, better wash your ass, better wash your ass, can't be smelling like. Better wash your ass, wash your ass, wash your ass. It's embarrassing me, girl, you can't be seen in the streets out smelling like. Can't be out smelling like. No, you can't be smelling like doo-doo. You can't be smelling like. You can't be smelling like it. You can't smell like it. The girl can't let me. Better not let me catch you in this house, in the street, out walking around here like smelling like. I done had enough, bitch. Wash your ass. It's what you smell like. It's what you smell like. It's what you smell like. Smelling like. It's what you smell like. It's what you smell like. It's what you smell like. You smell like. You smell like. You smell like. You smell it. You smell like. Girl, you smell just like a big pile of. Smell like it's fresh, like it's hot, like it ain't hit the ground yet. Like it just come out the butt, just come out the butt, fresh out the butt, smelling. Smelling like it up in your drawers, girl. Smelling like you got just a pile of hanging there in your drawers, hanging in your drawers, smelling up the streets like nobody wanna sit next down to you when you stand up. There's a stain in the cell where you sat down and it just chain in the chair where you sat and it's smelling like. Girl, I can't believe it. I can't believe that you're out here smelling like. Can't believe that you can't believe that you can't believe you smell like. I can't believe you smell like. I can't believe you smell like. Can't believe you smell. Can you believe the way you smells when you smell like you smell when you don't smell? Because every time I'm around you, girl, all I can smell is it's just a little bit of just a little bit of doo-doo. Just a little bit of just a little bit of just a little bit just a little bit just a little bit of. Girl, your ass be out here smelling like. She better not be out here in the streets and walking around with the drawers and the shitty underwear with the skid marks up and the stains in the drawers and the word blue when you put them on. But there's a long brown streak in the back because you're out here in the streets. Don't know how to wipe, ain't got no bidet. Hello Tushy, promo code Kill Tony, probably get you one for cheap, 30% or maybe 10, something like that, probably 15. Now that I think about it, you're out here in the streets just smelling like. Can't be walking around out in the streets. I got a GB packed. I don't want to be around that girl when she out here in the street smelling like. I don't want to be around the street. Don't want to be around that hoe. She smell like. That hoe be smelling like doo-doo. She be smelling like. She smell like. She smell like. She smelling like. She smell like. You know what she smell like? But she smell like. Man, that girl smell like. She be out here smelling like. Guess what you smell like, girl? I got 2 words to describe the smell coming from you. 2 words to describe the smell coming off you. Whoever is in charge of doing clips out there need to clip out that part as the doo-doo jam. Yeah, I had it backwards then. I thought you guys were earlier than us for some reason. Not behind, but of course you would be because that's where it goes. Like the time zone stops right on the other side of you guys, right? Man. Dude, I ate all them wings. I ate that ice cream sandwich. Yeah, I figured as such. Because I know Kay is like exactly 11 hours. No, 13 hours ahead of me. Because he was exactly 12 hours ahead of me, and now I'm 1 more hour in Central. That's right. That would be 13 hours ahead instead of 11, correct? Because I'm moving this way. I don't know. I just can't get the way this girl smells out of my head. You know, like you ever be out with a girl, and I mean, like, damn, she damn, she fine. You know what I mean? 369, you know, and you have her out there, and you get her out in the street, and man, you like got her on your arm, you know, and she's looking good, dude. She's like, it's like, man, you know, like everything's really turning around for me, you know. Everything's really going good for me. Everything's like, man, everything's looking up. This is great. You know, all my friends are going to see me out here in the streets with this fine girl on my arm. And they're going to be like, man, look at yonder. He doing good. He finally got him something out here in these streets. Man, he's just, man, good for him. He deserves it, man. He's a good dude, for real. Hey, but don't that girl look familiar? Man, I feel like I seen her somewhere before, but I can't place it. Yo, that's that girl smell like. Y'all remember that girl smell like? Man, all the way back in middle school, she smelled like. I can't believe he brought it back. She smelled like. Man, dude, she turned into something fine, but she used to smell like. I swear to God, I believe that her nickname was even. Bruh, I'm not even shitting you. I think we called her. I promise, dude. Like, hey, hold on a minute. Let me call my cousin. He was in school with me. Hold on. Hey, Kelvin. Hey, you remember that girl in school that we used to call? Yeah, dude. I just seen yonder with her, and I know she smell like. Yo, for real, dude. I mean, it was just, it's what she smelled like. It's what she smelled like. It's what she smelled like. You know what you smell like. It's what she smell like. She always smell like. She always smell like doo-doo. She always smell like doo-doo. She always smell like. 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 Anyway, you remember that girl? Yeah. We gonna all make fun of Yonder now. Cause he found him a girl, but he don't know she got a past. And her past come out of her ass. Called a girl just smell like. I'm for real, man. Y'all ever been around a girl and she just smell like straight? You ever be around a girl? What are we doing with our lives, fellas? And ladies, if there's any here. What about that girl that smell like? Doo-doo. Oh, man. All this because somebody asked me if I was going to play piano more. And we get the epic, the feel-good hit of the summer, dude. I'm here to tell you, dude. It's just, what time of year is it? The feel-good hit of the winter. Girl smell like doo-doo. Oh, man. Hey, dude, Pooter, people got to be people, man. You got to let them do what they going to do. Everybody weird. The Christmas Eve song of scat. That's right. That girl always smell like. That girl always smell like. It smell like real nasty. Smell like real nasty, wet, coming out, splattering down the leg type. I mean, that girl just sometimes come around smelling like. She smells like. Oh yeah, dude. She got doo doo in her hair. She had doo doo hair. Doo doo wop. That's it. The girl that smells like. Girl, she said, just she smells like. She fix her hair nice, it's cultural, but is the smell that everyone associates with her. The smell that everyone is the thing that comes to mind when people hear about or they think about. And that's the smells, the closest sense tied to your memory. They remember her. Everybody that she knows she smell like. Everybody she went to school with knows. Was a nickname because she smelled like. I called my cousin and he told me she was. That was a name because she smelled like a bunch. In her breeches and panties stood up in her. She smelled like butt. Smelled like her butt was full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Everybody, smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. What if I did this for an hour? Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of. Smelled like she had a whole butt full of doo-doo. Yeah, it smelled like that doo-doo in her butt. This has been fun. She made candies out of. She made candy out of pecan caramel candy with the. She made some candies of pecans with. I'm gonna eat. I got a mouthful of pecan caramel, a mouthful of. I got a mouthful of motherfucking pecans, caramels, motherfucking. Got a mouthful of. I got a mouthful of. Stuck out my teeth. Mouthful of pecan caramel candy. Pecan caramel and pecan caramels and pecan caramels and I got some pecans, some caramels and she make the candy out of her own. She sit over a pot and make the candy out of. It's not even bad, it's kind of good. I ain't never had delicious. I guess the first time for everything this. Don't taste too bad, I kinda like. Hell, I think I'm in love with the girl. I think I'm in love with the girl. I think I'm in love with the girl. I don't care if she smells like. I think I'm in love with the girl. I think I'm in love with the girl. I think I'm in love with the Girl, I think I'm in love with the girl that smell like I like the doo-doo girl. Pardon me, but please, does somebody smell? Does somebody smell? Pardon me, but does somebody smell a little bit of? Does anybody have a little bit of on the shoe, or did somebody accidentally have a little bit of something to come out when they thought it was gonna be just a fart and they trusted it and they pushed a little harder than they should have? Or did somebody straight up in their drawers commit a crime of? Tell me, church, did somebody in this house take a? Did somebody in this house? Did somebody in this house I'm standing in right now where my nose is smelling something that smell a whole lot like? Tell me, church, does anybody in the house they need to go and need to run down to the bathroom? First door on the left. The one with the sign on it that appropriately matches whatever you feel like in your personality, but hopefully not somebody weird trying to walk up in the women's bathroom with the women if you don't look like a woman. But somebody need to check their drawers, because I swear I smell a little bit up on somebody, and it don't smell like a dog's. It don't smell like it's somebody that come in on somebody's shoe. I don't see no stains in the floor where it looked like everybody walked in on this floor, and I don't know why churches have such light-colored carpets. But church, tell me if somebody in this house smell like. Tell me, church, does anybody in this house smell like? Come on down and we'll pray for you right after you clean yourself off, because you're throwing me off. You smell so much like. Church, you're getting in the middle of my relationship with God. You're getting in the middle of my relationship with God. I can't concentrate on telling y'all of what the Lord put on my heart when I can smell all this. When I can't concentrate because all I can think about is how bad I smell this. Lord, church, let me talk to you. Does anybody else out here, if it's the person sitting next to you, feel free to throw your hands up like you're praising God. Do you smell the? Tell me, church, does anybody out here want to admit that it is them? And I know the Lord said he don't like nobody to tell on nobody. But if it's the person sitting next to you, throw your hands up like you're praising God. Does anybody smell that? That was just a burp. That was just a burp because I ate a whole mess of wings with the teriyaki sauce a little bit earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe what I'm saying? Does anybody smell a slight hint of somewhere in the church somebody smell like?
I'm all the way up here in the pulpit in the front, the choir's behind. Wait a minute. Could be coming from behind me. Let me turn around and see if somebody behind me look guilty of smelling like. And they all guilty of smelling like. Tell me, choir. I wasn't looking at what I was doing and I messed up. Besides, all I can smell is. Don't look like it's nobody back here, but. I swear it smell like. It's a nasty, stinking smell of. Somebody in here need to go home and wash their ass because they smelling like. I don't want to get nobody into baptismal water because it'll spoil the whole tank and it's not holy no more because it'll smell like. I hope I don't go to hell for this. Lord, forgive me if I do. I'm just trying to make people laugh because everybody's been around somebody that just smelled a little bit like. And they didn't want to say nothing because it's usually a nice person. And they just don't want to hurt their feelings and say, man, you're real nice and I like you, but you smell like. I think it's got something to do with the way that you wipe after you do number 2 because I don't think you get it all off and I think that you walk around not knowing that you're smelling like. I hit it a bunch because that's how much you smell like it. A bunch. You smell like a bunch of. And brother, I can see in your face that your feelings are hurt because you've been living your whole life. And I think now is the first time you realize that you walk around and everybody think and talk about you behind your back. Because when you're gone, everybody says, amen, when he's around. You know all I can smell is. And now I can see that your feelings a little bit hurt and you a man all and you're trying to be strong, but the urge to cry is upon you. And when you get by yourself and you're alone, you're probably gonna sit there and reminisce on me telling you right now that everybody thinks that you smell like. And you're gonna sit there and then you're gonna start crying and you're gonna start getting all up in your feelings and you're gonna start questioning all of your relationships and your lives and your friendships and all the people that you keep around because you're gonna realize that everybody the whole time knew that you smelled like. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. You done been smelling like all this time and they done been hiding it from you that they knew that you smelled too much like. I'm here to tell you that if the Lord has laid it upon your heart to go and wash yourself, then is a smell that you don't want to smell like. Please, the perfume, the cologne ain't covering up. There ain't enough deodorant in the world, and the Listerine ain't helping. And it don't matter what kind of pomade you put in your hair, what kind of coconut spray you're using. That's the kind I use. The coconut spray, it won't get rid of the scent of. If you got a real strong scent of it coming from your drawers or coming from your if you just smell like it, if you just don't wash real good, if you got hair back there and you don't clean it up good enough and you ain't got a bidet, you need to get a bidet, or you got hemorrhoids and you can't get through them to clean real good. You gotta do better because you can't be out here smelling like. I pray for your butt, and I pray for your butt, and I pray for your butt to stop smelling like. I feel you in this house, Lord. Don't be letting these people out here smelling like. These people better not be out here smelling like.
All right. Let's do one more. Let's do one more of these. Let's do one more of these GBs. And my water jug is empty. And I made a mental note earlier that when my water jug was empty and I needed to go refill it, that I would end this stream. Merry Christmas, sincerely, to everyone out there who sees this now or sees this in the future. I don't even know how long we've been going for. It's been a while. I tell you, out of all them wings that I ate, that's going to create a lot of callback. Oh boy. All right. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. I think that'll. I think that'll. Jesus, dude, I can't stop. I'm seriously, dude. I'm seriously. I can say, dude. That'll pig. All right, y'all. Good shit. It's been fun. Yeah. Roll Tide to you. Be good, people. Sure everybody here's done it. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't. Subscribe. Like the page. Subscribe. Click the little bell. Virtual Red Band tomorrow night. Or tonight, rather. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Holy smokes. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. And if ever you are out there in them streets, and you get a little hit of a slight cell of, get out of wherever you at, because you can't be out here in these streets if somebody near you is smelling like. Stay away from people that smell like. And don't become long-term friends with somebody that smell like. Because you'll always be the guy that hung out with the guy that smelled